Hello there, and welcome to a super special, super edition of the DCHL Outsider podcast here. We are joined with a super awesome guest. You can introduce yourself right now. Go for it on the spot.
Hi, I'm Andra.
And Andra, what teams do you play for? How do people know you?
What
are your distinctive characteristics?
I play for Gwendolyn Nightmare. I play for the Blue Knights next season. I was on the Gladiators this season, and I play Wednesday nights for the Gwendolyn Black Knights. There's a pattern emerging
here. You are a Gwendolonian through and through.
I am. I just love them. And my distinguishing characteristics, you might know me as the one who has cat ears on her helmet.
Pretty awesome. We all love it. It's adorable. So if you don't know who you're talking to or you're listening to right now, look for the cat ears, and you will find the super special guest today. So, all right, Andra, how did you get in this league?
I got in this league because of Jen McCulley.
McCulley.
I know Jen McCulley, and she was mentioning that she did this whole floor hockey, ball hockey thing, and I had always wanted to try it because in 6th grade gym class, we had a very short, week-long ball hockey unit, and it was just outside on the tennis courts, and it was actually the only sport that I ever actually enjoyed in gym class. So I just kind of kept that in the back of my mind. And then when Jen McCulley said, hey, there's this huge league, then I said, I'm in. I would like to find out more about this. And that was 2.5 years ago. Okay, so that's
a good start. So where are you from originally?
I grew up in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Okay, all of the Silver Springs?
There's only one Silver Spring.
Only one Silver Spring.
Only one.
Is it like a bouncy spring, or is it like a spring of water?
That's only Maryland natives are privy to that information.
Okay. I won't pry too much. So, what do you do in your spare time that's not hockey?
I do a lot of theater, actually. I started doing theater when I was pretty young. I was a very shy little child and definitely not athletically inclined. So I tried out theater and found out that I really liked it. So when I was in college, I was a theater minor. And then after I graduated, when I moved back to the DC area, I just found that there was a lot of great community theater in the area. There's a whole bunch of regional theater up here. I took classes. I did whatever I could. I auditioned for commercials and all that kind of fun stuff.
Were you ever in a commercial?
I was in a commercial.
Are you serious?
I was, yes.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I was in an original Pancake House commercial back in 2004.
The original Pancake House.
Yes, original Pancake House.
Do you have this video available?
No, I don't. I think it must be somewhere, but I wasn't a star in it or anything. The 2 stars were Pancake and Fried Egg, and I was neither Pancake nor Fried Egg.
Okay. So, all right, we are putting a bounty on this tape right now. Oh my God.
No, don't
yes,
you dare.
Okay. So whoever finds this tape, if we get this commercial, you will get entry into 2 DCHL tournaments, okay? 2 tournaments, and we'll do something else awesome. And you'll be the next outsider guest if you want to be. And we'll throw in something else awesome. We're going to go all out. We want this commercial right now. This is going to be the greatest thing ever.
I think you hyped it up a little too much, but yes, it will be the greatest thing ever. It will be. I promise.
I mean, all I'm doing is giving away Suds' stuff, so it's pretty easy.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Can I help?
Yeah, exactly. So, okay.
I was also in a few training videos for magistrate judges.
Really?
Yeah, industrials are very popular in DC, so.
So what role did you play?
I played crack addict, actually.
You were a crack
I sure was.
Addict.
Yes, I was.
Oh my gosh.
I was probably 22 or 23 at the time.
I was not ready for this at all. I am crack addict.
Yes.
Crack addict actress here.
Yes, it was a training video about the consequences of issuing search warrants. So they were showing it to the new magistrate judges in D.C., and I was the crack addict who had a search warrant called on her, unfortunately. I was 22, and the makeup person made me look like a 55-year-old chain smoker who hadn't slept in years.
Jeez.
It was amazing.
Okay, so what was the first play you were ever in? Or production, or whatever you want to call it?
The first play that I was ever in was in Latvian school when I was in 3rd grade. I played the lead character, which was a mushroom.
Okay.
So I went to Latvian school in Rockville every Saturday morning growing up. It's right off Darnestown Road, and on Saturday mornings we had school, and I hated it because I had to go early on a Saturday and spend most of the day there. But it did break me into acting, and that
was your big break, the mushroom.
It was. Stop! Don't make fun of it. Latvian culture is very much based in paganism, so all of the characters were like snail, mushroom, grasshopper, tree. So the mushroom was a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is interesting. The mushroom.
The first play that I really felt like I was, that I really felt like I had a big part in, was not until 11th grade, and then I was in You Can't Take It With You in high school, and that's when I thought I should really keep doing this.
Okay. So that is a lot of theater, and I am way out of my element here. I ask these basic questions, and I am just mushrooms and crack addicts and pancakes. I don't know where to start or end or any of that. So this is Geez, okay.
It's okay. Just take a moment. Collect yourself.
Okay, so we're gonna go to my favorite part is the rapid fire question segment.
Oh no.
First thing that comes into your head.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be just a plethora of randomness and awesomeness.
I did this like a Rorschach test once, and it did not end well.
It did not go well.
Yeah.
All right. Ready, set, go. Who's your favorite superhero?
Okay, sorry. I just need to.
I'll
try again. Okay, Spider-Man.
Favorite supervillain.
Favorite supervillain, Cruella de Vil.
Catwoman. It's got to be Catwoman.
Oh, she's not. She's neither. She's an anti-hero.
Okay, that's fair. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, Snickers.
Okay. What is your favorite sport besides hockey?
Is there a sport besides hockey?
Probably.
My favorite sport besides hockey is bocce.
Bocce. Okay, bocce that's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like that. What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is probably tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Oh. It is layers of ladyfingers soaked in coffee and brandy, layered with mascarpone cheese and dark chocolate shavings.
Yeah, that is out of my element here. This podcast is way too cultured and sophisticated for me.
I shall make you tiramisu one day.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, all right, other random questions here. Where'd you go to college?
Davidson College.
Where's that?
North Carolina.
Where's the farthest place you've traveled?
Probably Latvia.
The most awesomest, coolest place you've ever traveled? Probably also Latvia?
No, Prague.
Prague.
I studied for 4 months there.
What is the most disgusting food in Prague or Latvia?
The most disgusting food in Prague was probably their attempt at making pizza. At the time, it just did not work. It was not good at all.
I've heard that European countries can't handle, believe it or not, the spiciness of regular pasta sauce, so they kind of use tomato paste. I heard that was the case in Poland. Maybe it's throughout Europe. I don't know.
They called it, so it literally translated to, instead of tomato sauce or marinara, it translated to ketchup, and I think that they took that really literally.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure it's much better now, but this was back in 2001.
Okay. That is... Ketchup pizza sounds pretty disgusting, even though I love ketchup and pizza.
Just not together.
Yeah, some things are not meant to be together here. So what is your favorite team to... Well, I guess all Gwendolyn teams. Who's your favorite player to play with?
My favorite player to play with is probably David, Captain King David Altshuler.
King David Altshuler.
He's just, he's a great captain. He's a wonderful teammate. He's very generous. He's very communicative. It's just wonderful to play with him.
He is awesome. Shout outs to David.
Yes. Hi, David.
So who is the one person you love playing against?
I love playing against Ben in goal. Ben Berger.
Ben Berger.
Yeah.
Burger King.
Yeah. I don't think he's let any of my shots by him.
Ben's becoming a really good goalie. He kind of picked it up out of the blue, and I mean, he's playing he's subbing like D2 games in on Sundays, D1s on Wednesdays. He's starting to get some reps. And he's in this weird position where he's going to take the next step, but he just needs to get the reps and the time to do it. We're talking about Ben here. It's supposed to be a rapid fire question with you. What's your favorite drink? Alcoholic, and what's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
My favorite alcoholic drink is probably kava.
Okay.
It's a sparkling wine.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. And my favorite non-alcoholic beverage is, this is going to sound so boring, but it's seltzer.
Seltzer.
I just love
Okay.
a good seltzer water.
Is it like just regular seltzer or flavored?
I can do any of them.
Okay.
All the seltzers.
All of the above.
All of the seltzers.
Okay.
Never met one I didn't like.
All right. So that was not bad right there. What's your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
I figured a lot of people love Halloween.
Halloween's my birthday, so
Halloween is your birthday. That's
yes.
a little easy to say that. So how were birthday parties for you growing up? Were they like paired around Halloween? Were they all Halloween themed? Or were they just different?
Usually I would have a little party at my house on weekends, whatever weekend was closest to Halloween. But on Halloween, the day itself, I was incredibly sugared up all day, and it was one of my favorite days. So in elementary school, you have candy at school, and then I would come home and my godfather would be over at our house, and we would have dinner, and then there would be ice cream cake, preferably mint chocolate chip from Baskin-Robbins, or my mom would make something. And then I would go out trick-or-treating with my sister and our neighbor, Steve Holt. And
Shout out to Steve Holt.
Steve Holt, his real name.
I pray that this random dude is just drunk one day, and at 4 a.m. he just finds this podcast and listens. Oh my God, I got a shout out on this random.
He's a pilot. I forget what state he lives in right now, but he's a pilot for JetBlue, I think.
Shout outs to Steve Holt from JetBlue.
So we would go out. We went trick or treating, and then we would eat candy afterwards. So as someone who wasn't really allowed much sugar at all in most of the time, it was just a day of bliss and
all sugar all the time.
Shaking. Oh, the hyperactive Andra came out.
So what? Growing up, what was your favorite like Halloween costume?
There was one Halloween where I forget what I was. I was recycling one of my old costumes from years past, but for my birthday, my parents and my sister gave me this costume that I'd seen in a costume store, and that it was something that they were like, well, okay, this is a little much for a child's Halloween costume, but it was a can-can dancer costume. It was black and red. It was amazing, and a red and black feather boa with it.
Okay.
I still have the boa.
Awesome. That is a little crazy. I was hoping like something I could understand more, like an Ariel or like a Power Ranger or something like that.
Okay, I was the Pink Panther in first grade.
You were the Pink Panther?
That was a pretty awesome costume,
that sounds
actually.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We as a society do not talk about the Pink Panther enough.
We don't. Or the importance of attic insulation.
Okay, so here's... Oh my God. Okay, this is a weird random story. And I know this is supposed to be about, this is get to know Andra, but like, we're on the topic of insulation, and I've got a great insulation story.
Brand new sentence, everyone. Brand new sentence.
First time that's ever been said. So my grandparents owned a cottage up in Crystal Beach, Canada. And when we were younger, we had to go and, oh God, this is, my parents weren't bad parents.
But
they had me and my brother, who's a year younger than me. They had us crawl underneath the house and rip the insulation out. We must have been like 8 or 9.
Well, that's good.
Right?
That's good to send your children to go into small spaces, because you as an adult can't really fit into those spaces.
I didn't know what asbestos was, or they didn't know what masks or safety or hazmat or anything like that was. So the crazy part is, and this is Canada, keep in mind, this is... So we're ripping this stuff out, and oh my God. Again, okay, phrases that have never been said before. We pull out this piece of insulation, and there was a mummified iguana in there.
In Canada.
So what we think happened was someone had a pet.
Oh my God.
It either escaped or they just let it out, and it looked for somewhere warm, which would be the insulation under the house.
Oh my gosh.
It was a little traumatic. As a child.
I feel like finding anything mummified as a child.
Yeah.
But then an iguana, that's not a small animal,
It was big, and, I didn't really know what an iguana was at like 7 or 8 years old. It was always one of those like, oh, that's in the tropics. That's in, Panama or Hawaii or maybe even Florida, but not Ontario.
Wow.
That was and that is the sound of the end of the first period here. But we're going to have a whole nother section here going on. So what is your favorite, mummified iguanas aside, what is your
food?
What's your favorite Gwendolyn moment?
Oh, there are so many.
Give me one of them.
When we won the Rec Cup as the Blue Knights last season, and it was pretty amazing.
Didn't it go to overtime?
It did.
Didn't Alex score the game winner? Alec
did,
believe,
and
yes.
his parents were there, which
And
was
his parents were
amazing.
there, yes.
And so they got to see him win the game for us, and it was just a really nice, a really great season. We all got along. We gelled well. We had a whole range of skills, and that game was just fabulous. I was on a high after that.
That is awesome. So, sipping from the unicorn/Gwendolyn water bottle right there.
Yes, it's important to mark your water bottle distinctively.
There you go. Got the Gwendolyn sticker. Got the pink unicorn tape on it.
Yes.
Rocking it.
Yes. If you want some, I have a whole roll in my bag. Just ask.
For all, maybe moving forward, we'll have to unicorn this one up.
Yes.
So, all right. We're gonna do any random shout outs or things you want to plug or anything like that.
I'm in a show right now. Come see it. Providence Players in Falls Church at the James Lee Community Center. I'm in August, Osage County. That was a shameless self-promotional plug right there.
So give the specifics. That's what I was hinting at, so just give the specifics. Let's do it up.
Okay, so it's a show called August, Osage County. And it's about a dysfunctional yet loving yet dysfunctional family. And it is running. We had our opening weekend we had rave reviews in the DC Metro Theater Arts website, which of course you've all read and do read on a regular basis, I'm sure. And we have 7 more performances left. So this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30, and then this Sunday at 2 o'clock, and then the following Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We close on the 13th.
Okay, so I'm just going to say that one more time so I get the actual dates up. So this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which the podcast is probably going to go up Monday morning.
Oh.
So Thursday the 4th, Friday the 5th, Saturday the 6th.
Yes.
Maybe we'll put a tweet out or something like that.
Yeah.
And then next week it's going to be Thursday the 11th.
Which has a big contingent of people from hockey coming.
Yes, there's a lot of hockey people going the 11th. So if you want to see some hockey people, see some awesome play action and all that, Thursday be the way to go. But there's also Friday the 12th and Saturday the 13th, and it's
at the James Lee Community Center on Annandale Road in Falls Church.
Okay, and if you want any of the specifics, just message Andra or message the league, and we'll make sure to get it. We'll try to tweet that out. It'll be exciting. It's awesome to have the hockey community expand to outside of hockey community and be like a big DCHL family, which is what we all love. That's what makes this league so special and unique. So
yeah, I can't believe so many people are coming. I'm just floored and grateful.
Awesome. So any other random people shout outs?
Oh.
Any of your teammates on the Gwendolyns?
Oh gosh, how do I choose?
Just give me two. Give me 2 players.
Okay.
2 random shout-outs.
Teal.
Okay.
Who is my... she gave me an awesome cat headband, so of course...
A cat headband.
Yeah, she's my best friend for life now.
That's all it takes.
Yes, it's all it takes.
Cat swag.
Yeah, exactly. And, she's not on Gwendolyn, but I love Allison Rapp. She's the one who kind of stayed with me in the beginning when I was considering not continuing with hockey, and I just adore her.
Allison Rapp is awesome.
Yes.
She is really cool.
Yes.
There's so many awesome people in this league.
I know. I can't choose just 2.
I know.
I mean,
they're
all fabulous.
I know. So God, this league's awesome. So, all right. On that note, we are going to get going here. Remember, check out the play And, if you ever see someone with cat ears, make sure you say hi and let them know you love the podcast and you want to be on it next, because we're always looking for guests and awesome people to share their cool stories. So on that note, we will talk to you later. Thank you, Andra.
Thank you.
And thank you to Andra for doing that interview. Very cool. Check out the play. Check out all of the other things that happens at DCHL leagues, like the Twitter, the Facebook, the streams, which are awesome. Shout outs to Claude, who does a great job. Shout outs to everyone else who does a great job as well. So, all right, we're jumping into some action here. We're going MDHL first. We had a busy week. First game of the day, TNT Barbarians on Wednesday. Barbarians, this game goes back and forth. Barbarians, TNT, TNT Barbarians, TNT, TNT. It's a crazy, crazy game here. We got goals left and right. 4 goals for Josh Lerner for Barbarians. Alex Ortiz with 2 for TNT. But this game comes down to an extra attacker goal by Alex Ortiz to break a 5-4 Barbarians lead. Ties it up. And this game just ends in a tie. I don't know. I feel like this TNT just so hard to beat. They doing their best there, but that's a big win for TNT. And based on standings, they will be playing each other in the first round of the playoffs. So that is got to be a little scary for TNT. That's probably not the draw that they want, considering considering other options. Barbarians match up really well against TNT, so I think that'll go a long way for Barbarians here. They can easily pull an upset in the first round. Don't know if they're going to, but we'll find out. Blue Steel Green Monkeys here. Green Monkeys get the first goal of the game. Patrick Esdell. All he does, Patrick scores so many goals. It's unbelievable. And he scores lots and lots of goals against Blue Steel. And so we're doing a quick little check here. Yeah, Patrick scores. I think he's got all of his goals against Blue Steel. Big goal for him to start out, but Wendy ends up coming up, responding big time for Blue Steel, making it 1-1. Then late in the game, about 30 seconds left, Scotland makes a cut defensively, gets a pass in the slot, throws it over to Boris. Boris one-timer. 20 seconds left. Blue Steel jumps ahead, gets the lead against the Green Monkeys here, and they are able to hold on and get a 2-1 win. We had Islanders Puck Mafia here. Islanders end up getting a goal from Mario to start off. Puck Mafia responds by Dan Curtin with a goal, assisted by Jason Boyd and Melissa Keach. But Darren's going to score from Nick and Matt. And then Mike's going to throw in an empty netter, making it 3-1 for the Islanders right here. So playoff implications here. This is, oh my God. So Gwendolyn is at best second place. Lucky Pucks potentially finish first. There's gonna be a Rogue one-timers Lucky Pucks game first. But Islanders are 1 point behind the Rogues, so I mean, there's so much that could happen. This will be a crazy, crazy wreck finish here, but the Islanders win. Definitely puts them in a position where they can jump a couple people in the last week. 0 pucks given Gwendolyn Black Knights here. Black Knights get a goal from Mandy to start it off, assisted by Eric and John Curdy. Joe Abbott throws in an empty netter, making it a 2-0 game right there. PJ with the shutouts, and Ryan Cetri 33 saves in the loss. Good game for Ryan. At the end of the day, though, Gwendolyn looking strong here, doing their thing. Mandy, another big goal. She's playing really well lately, as always. But it was good. I guess her parents were in town last weekend, and then they're pumped to talk about how great they love the stream. They love it all. And then she ends up scoring on stream. So the parents were watching. They better be watching right there. Great goal on her part. Final game of the day, we had the Gwendolyn Guardians Blade Runners. Joe Frew, monkey off his back, finally scoring for the Guardians here. Saving it for later, I guess. Joe Frew scores so many goals on Youngbloods, on Puck U, scores on Crease Crashers. He just, for some reason, just could not find the back of the net on the Guardians. And he does so today, and the Aaron Brown gets a hat trick. Aaron Brown, Jesus, dude scores so many goals. I'm doing a quick little Aaron Brown look up right here. Oof. Bear with me. Bear with me right now. So Aaron Brown on Crazy Eights on Sundays, 14 goals. Aaron Brown on the Arabian Nights, 8 goals. And Gwendolyn on the, Jesus, 11 goals. So that's what, 11 plus 8, 19, plus 14. That's 33 goals this season. That's insane. That's, God, he scores a lot of goals. Just, oh my God, it's crazy. Why he's not playing with me? Doing a great job there. Him and Sam, great 1-2 punch. And man, that's crazy. Didn't realize he was scoring so much. Tell him to calm it down, man. Save some for playoffs. So speaking of playoffs here, we had the DCHL semifinals going on. Lucky Sevens against the Hockey Dead. Big game to start out the day. Fans swarming the Michael and Son Sportsplex. This is where it must have been a capacity right there. Standing room only. The game was huge back and forth, tied 4-4. We're winging this as best as we can. We don't have stats. Maybe we'll do stats moving forward. Fingers crossed we do stats moving forward. Lucky Sevens get the game winner. Sam Shepard on a breakaway ends up getting there. Scores a huge goal for the Sevens, pushes them to the championship. They will play the winner of the Midnight Riders and the Street Sharks here. So it's another tight game here. Midnight Riders playing good, changing up their lineup a little bit, moving players around, seeing how it worked, and it was pretty good for a while. Trying out some new things, trying out your matchups. Very interesting, but who is going to step up big? And this is okay. So John Nuno for the Street Sharks. Nuno has been scoring some major big-time goals here, and I don't know how he does it. He keeps doing it. So when the clock gets down to about 5 minutes, you got to put 2 on. You got to double them up. You really need to. You need to make sure that Nuno doesn't get there for a game. That's what game winner last week, game winner the week before, won in overtime. John is doing his best, and he's gonna be. He's going to be a player to watch in the championship game. You gotta put some superstar spotlight on him. Nuno in the house. High Rollers versus Gwendolyn Blue Knights right here. Blue Knights get it's got games 1-1. Becca Newman, I like teasing her. She's more of a slap shot kind of person. Beautiful wrist shot on an odd man rush, I believe. Beats the goalie, goes 2-1. She ends up scoring an empty netter, making it 3-1. High Rollers come back, score a goal, making it 3-2 Blue Knights, but they could not get the equalizer. This game was a little strange. I'm not, you don't want to criticize people. You don't want to do. It's my wake up alarm. Wide awake here, talking about DCHL. How could you not be excited? High Rollers pulled a goal with about 3 minutes left in a 1-goal game. And when you've got players, I think like Dimitri, Brian, Drew Bender, you got a lot. I mean, and you got Sam Berkeley as a forward. You got a lot of players who can score goals. I feel like that was a little bit early, but I don't know what their mentality was, how they were doing. I think maybe if I tend to like keeping the goalie in until there's maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes left, and then you pull if need be. But it was a little more aggressive. This time it didn't pay off. Maybe next time it will. You never know. But that was a big game for Becca right there. She scores a lot of huge goals for Gwendolyn right there. And then it's going to be Gwendolyn Blue Knights in the finals of D4. The Cardiac Comeback Dragon Slayer Kids over here. I don't know what to call them here. So the very rough season for the Blue Knights here. Could not really get much going. Finished bottom of the Atlantic Division, bottom of the D4 division, but they take down the Crazy Eights and they take down the High Rollers, which are effectively the 1 and the 2 seeds right now, and they'll be playing against the Gladiators. Spoiler alert. We'll get to that in a minute, but the Gladiators Blue Knights final coming up soon. So in between that, we had Stingrays Goonies here. Felice, a big game for Stingrays, but the Goonies are in fact good enough. I don't know the reference. I think it's a song. but the Goonies end up holding on to a 3-2 win. Chris Winkler, huge game again. He is really stepping up for the playoffs, making it really, I don't want to say saving the Goonies because, is what it is, but Chris Winkler's been scoring some huge goals, playing great for Goonies right now, and we'll see if the Goonies can get over that hump and get the championship for the Goon squad right there. But as we had mentioned earlier, Gwendolyn Gladiators against First Ladies. AJ Seaborn with the only goal for Gladiators. This was a great game, back and forth, 1-0. Gladiators are going to win. PJ with the shutout, I believe, for Gladiators. Pretty sure PJ with the potentially PJ with the shutout. And that is a Gladiators Blue Knights Civil War final. Start of the season. Don't know if we would have thought it was going to happen. Honestly, Gwendolyn, very good D4 team. But when you take your team, you split it into two, you kind of dilute your talent. You really got to, find more talent. You got to make sure your players play as, step up to the challenge. They play strong, play as a team, develop. And, yeah, Gwendolyn goes from having one team in D4 to two teams and making the finals here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. More Gwendolyn action here. The Arabian Knights against All Blacks here. All Blacks get a great game from Bill Nardi, as always. Mike Johnson. We don't have the stat sheet here, just winging it. Mike Johnson scored a bunch of goals. But the All Blacks end up winning 4-3, taking out the defending champion Arabian Knights. So it will be All Blacks and Goonies in the finals for D3. We will see what happens there. And it should be interesting right now. We got a lot of shakeups here in the championship division here, championship day, excuse me. A lot of new teams got to make it there instead of last season. I'm struggling with my words, but that's okay. I'll elaborate on that later when I get a little more articulate. Ball Hogs Untouchables, this back and forth game. Untouchables get a 4-2 lead, but Ball Hogs just seem to do very well against Untouchables when they're down. They play a good game, head up. Tied up, goes 4-4 into overtime. Ball Hogs kill off a penalty early on in the overtime, so it was a 4-on-3 for a little while. Untouchables unable to score, but they do get one from Ann Wisecarver from the point, and with a huge goal sending Untouchables to the championship. Very exciting for them. Great season for Ball Hogs. Suffered their first loss. Unfortunate for them. But his team looks very good, and unlucky game right there. It happens. Ball Hogs, we'll see what they do next season. They're missing some players. Brett Boiselle out, Dave Sadu out. A lot of their defense was not there for the game, so they moved some players around, adapted, did what they could. Just fell a little short. Untouchables, gonna make the finals. Been a while, but they are back. We had Sam Shepard subbed for Untouchables here. The Rec Division Lucky Sevens star gets the call up to D2, ends up scoring 2 goals for Untouchables, and definitely goes a long way. John Gramlich, leading goal scorer this season, out. Adam Goldberg out, so it was a big goal for a big game for Sam, and that will be perhaps his breakout game. Other D2 game, we had Funk Masters against the Young Bloods. This was a game Keith and Sean really went to town for Funk, and do not know what exactly happened in that game, but it ended up. Alex Schutz with an empty netter. It was a 2-1 game. Young Bloods got to pull Kevin Shea. Alex Schutz throws an empty netter, and it is 3-1 Funk Masters. They will be in the final against the Untouchables. It's too early for me here. The Funk Untouchables here. This is the this is like the El Clasico match of the DCHL right here. These two teams have a history and a half, and they will be going at it for the DCHL D2 Cup. We had Mercury Rising against the Red Coats here. Mercury Rising get goals from Adam Goldberg and AJ and other people. Nick Mosier okay, so his game ends up 4-3 Mercury Rising, but fourth goal for Mercury Rising, the game winner. Nick Mosier let this shot go, beat Dominic. It was one of the most beautiful shots I've seen. Unfortunately, it was against my team, but Nick let this ball rip, and it was beautiful, just under the post. Great shot. It was amazing. I'd like to point out that Nick scored with a slap shot. Becca scored with a wrist shot in their games. So maybe they're changing up their approach a little bit here. So Mercury Rising will be in the finals. Great game in net for Nicole, subbing in for Aubrey, who was unavailable. So Mercury Rising will be in their first D1 championship. Final game of the night, the Puck University against the Goldsteins. Sean Fassbinder, both goals for Goldsteins. And that will be enough as they take down Puck University 2-1. So it'll be Goldstein's Mercury Rising D1 Championship. So if you're paying attention here, the Funk Masters Youngbloods game had an empty netter, but beyond that, every other game, one goal. So we have so much parity in this league, it's insane. It is good to see that so many of the games were close, and competitive balance is really getting there. Sud's doing a really good job making sure that teams are close, all the games are close. The player ratings and Cap doing a really good job helping out. I think we can probably make a couple more tweaks to make it even better, even closer. But right now it looks pretty darn good. And beyond that, if you took a look at last season, you would notice that we only have one team in the championship this season that was in the championship last season, and that is the Goonies. In the rec division, it was the Gwendolyn Blue Knights who had, so that's tricky. I believe it was the Blue Knights against the Hockey Dead in the rec finals. Blue Knights no longer in rec, but they're in D4 making the championship. So it's going to be Lucky Sevens against Sharks. In D4, it was the Stick Magnets against First Ladies. This time it's going to be Blue Knights and Guardians. D3 was Goonies against the Arabian Knights, but it's going to be All Blacks, Arabian Knights. D2 was Gorilla Gang, Youngbloods. Now it's going to be Untouchables Funk. D1 was Puck University and Puck Buddies. Now it's going to be Mercury Rising against Goldsteins here. So it's crazy to see a 9-team turnover in terms of championships here. So we're lucky to have so many different teams playing, and it'll be crazy. So championship week is coming up. Final week of the regular season for MDHL coming up. There is a First Ladies / Women's Hockey / I don't know what it is, skills clinic from 2 to 3 ? From 2 to 3, 2 to 3 women's clinic, and make sure you show up, do your thing if you're interested, and hopefully be helpful. Then we're going to have streaming all the games. We got 7 Sharks at 3. 3:55 is going to be Gladiators Blue Knights. 4:50 is going to be Goonies All Blacks. 5:45 Untouchables Funk. 6:40 Mercury Rising White Walkers. If you're interested in helping out on the streams, doing anything else, let us know. Hooray for DCHL leagues. Great week, I'm guessing. That next week should be even, well, I would say even better, but it's awesome. So we will hopefully have great championship hockey and great end of the season for MDHL. I guess that's it. I don't know what to say. Thank you for listening, and make sure you check out the streams. Make sure you check out, other stuff. DCHL, forever, life. Bye.